everybody, it's Patti and Debbie, Print and Pixel Studio, and today's video, I don't really know how to start it because it's kind of weird. It started out as one thing and snowballed into 2 or 3 other things. And the one thing that we started out, we had planned on doing, well, let me back up. We found a bunch of vintage seam binding at a thrift store. And so we thought, hey, let's age this stuff ourselves and crinkle it and that kind of stuff, you know. And so we started, and we didn't have a lot of success. We think we will have, but we wanted to take our time to do it, to really come up with something great. And so we came up with some stuff that we liked, but it's not quite exactly how we wanted it. So then we thought, oh great, by this time now it's Saturday morning, and we're thinking, what are we going to do for our video this week? Help us. And so we had put together this group of paper dolls is what I was trying to say, paper dolls or fussy cuts, either way it fits, that we're putting in our shop this week. And so we thought, let's use some of these. So that's what we're going to do. I'll just flip through them real quick so you can see what we're talking about here. There's 11 pages of them, and in different assorted sizes and assorted styles, because we thought too, you know, instead of having them all one style, let's do a bunch of different styles so people could get inspiration and kind of take it from there and do their own thing. So as you'll see, they all come in at least 2 sizes, and most in 3 separate sizes. And there's kids and ladies, and these are cute, the little couple on here. And then we have our umbrella girls. And now this one is cut up because we're going to use the lady hiker in our video today, and one of the dogs. So it's actually an 11 by 8.5 sheet, and there's men hikers, lady hikers, and the dogs. And they're all kind of circa 1920s. And a few little accessory pieces to go with them. And then we also have a couple little guys and some suitcases that you can do some different things with. So anyway, I'll gather them up here. So we thought, okay, let's do that, because that would be a lot of fun to do, and we wanted to give you some ideas on how to use them. So we did. And then as we're doing this, I'm trying to think now, Debbie, how this came along. As we're doing this, we thought, ooh, let's incorporate, we have a lot of fabric, and we haven't been using a lot of fabric lately in our projects, and we wanted to. So we thought, okay, let's incorporate this not only with the paper dolls, but let's bring in some of our fabrics. So that's what we did. And most of them we coffee dyed, some we didn't, and we like them both ways. So we're going to show you that as we go along here too. So first of all, I guess we'll just start with samples of what we did with the paper dolls and the fabric combinations. Now this is a little envelope, you know, coin envelope, the kind you get at Dollar Tree. And we just backed it with some scraps of our paper from other projects that we've had and done. And then we had some fabric pieces, and we just, you know, tore them apart and used them however, you know, we felt fit into the project. Now here, Debbie came up with an idea. Do you have any of the ones here? Of taking the fabric and Mod Podging it to the cardstock, and then cutting it out using our Sizzix. And we got some really great, I guess we should say we didn't have any frames, right?
Yeah, that's what started.
Right. We didn't have any frames. It's kind of a helter-skelter description of this project because there's so many parts to it.
It's kind of how the whole thing
right.
Like we were on track to do one thing, and that wasn't working out, and then went to the next. And then all these things came about in this project, like tons of things that we
Right. You should have seen our workshop floor. There was stuff everywhere. Anyway, here is an example of one of the frames that Deb made with the fabric backed on cardstock, and then using the Sizzix to cut out the shape, and then she incorporated one of our paper dolls, and we just thought that was super cute. And she was going to back it on a piece of linen that she also decoupaged to a piece of cardstock, which was a really great look, as you can see here. Really cute. But the reason that we decided not to glue it down was because we also wanted you to see how great it would look if you backed it with book page or some other paper that you might have, you know,
or
to
even
coordinate.
just paper clipped her to the page.
Yes, that's a good idea. Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, perfect idea.
Yeah.
Just clip her to the edge of the page, and you can move her around wherever you want to go.
Mhm.
Yeah, good idea, Deb.
Yeah. I just thought of that just now.
Well, that's how the whole weekend has been.
I know, it's crazy.
Because we do one thing, and then we think, oh no, wait, you know, we could do this. So we have one viewer that has been with us since the very beginning. In fact, she's our very first subscriber, and Weltha. And she one time in one of her comments said, you guys are like mad scientists. And so we were laughing this weekend because that's what we kind of felt like. Because one thing kept leading to another. So I guess I'll show you these first, and then we'll go on from there. So anyway, here is another, or is that same little coin envelope that we did, and we just used it and collaged on different papers, and then went with the fabric cut out, and then I had a little scrap of fabric with this cute trim on it, and then cut out our little laundry lady and put her here. And then we also found these, which are actually on the edges of fabric. Let's see if we can find a piece. We should have pulled it out. Anyway, they're on the edges of fabric that give you the color swatches, basically, of the colors that are in that fabric. And what's that one brand, Waverly?
Waverly.
Yeah, they always have it on their fabrics. Now, all of our fabrics have come, here. All of our fabrics have come either from thrift stores or yard sales or something like that. And so we took them today and cut out pieces and coffee dyed them. And as we were getting ready to do the frames that we just showed you, we looked down and we thought, hey, wait a second, these are tags, you know? And they are. And here's an example here. This was part of this. So this was the whole piece that was along the edge of the Waverly fabric. But look at this, inspirations, the numbers, the little circles with the numbers, how cute are those? They make perfect little fabric tags. We just loved them. We got real excited about them. We're cutting up everything now, looking for words and numbers and everything else. And this is another piece. This is Debbie's creation on this envelope. And she took this little envelope and lined the inside of it, just this part, and then decorated the back with different papers that we had and a little piece of lace. And then she took an oval that was cut out of the fabric and then put on one of our paper dolls, and she used the paper doll as the little holder for when you close the envelope, and then cut out inspirations off of one of those side pieces off of the fabric, and voila, you have a great looking piece here. Cute, huh? I love these. I mean, I just am fascinated that we have never noticed it before. So anyway, and then here's another one. And this little gal, she's on paper. Now, we didn't do a lot of fabric with her. She was one of our first tags that we did when we decided we wanted to use our paper dolls. But look how cute she is. And you open this up, and it's just a piece of journaling page there. And super cute. So let's see what else we got here. So anyway, then we went on, and like I say, we started cutting out frames. And let me see, do we have any other samples of them there? With our Sizzix, and you can see there's just a million different looks you can get with all the, ooh, let's see,
What's that?
let's show them some of these papers, because I want to show them that piece you got off of that old chop. We found at one of the thrift stores, we found a top. It was in the dollar bin, and it wasn't anything Debbie and I would wear, but we loved the pattern and the fabric. It's kind of a chiffon, I'd say, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, Debbie took a hunk of that and coffee dyed it, and then glued it down to the cardstock, and it just came out great. Do we have anything made
There's a
up
little
here?
tiny
Yeah.
frame.
Here's a little tiny frame that she made, two
Oh,
of
this
them.
is before I coffee dyed it, actually.
Yeah, these were before the coffee dye.
That's
But
the
we,
same
yeah,
material.
which is great, because you know, if you're doing a journal in brighter colors and stuff, you don't have to coffee dye everything, and they come out perfect. But here it is in coffee dyed. So it's amazing what you can get, you know, off of clothing, pieces of clothing. And let's see, this was a pillowcase. And where did we, oh, that was the one we used here.
Yeah, in the envelope.
Mm-hmm. Here's the pillowcase here. Now this was before it was coffee dyed, and this is after. But we kind of liked the look of it not coffee dyed in this instance, which came out great. And oh, and this was, we found a little girl's dress, again in the bargain bin. And so this is the piece uncoffee dyed, and this is the piece coffee dyed. And here we're showing you the back side of it, because we kind of like the faded kind of woven look that it gives that way. And then if you wanted to see it, let's see, you could see a little hunk of it here. You know, if you wanted to use the front side where it's a little brighter color, but we kind of like this faded kind of calico look to it. And what else do we have? Anything else over there?
This one, this is
Yeah.
the two difference.
Here's the two difference.
And
Now
it's
here's,
a pillowcase too.
yeah, this is a pillowcase as well. And the funny thing about this one, it almost has a flannel feel to
I
it.
know, right?
Yeah. So anyway, here it is uncoffee dyed, and here it is coffee dyed, and we really think it's flannel, lightweight flannel, but pillowcase that we had. But look at the two different looks you get here. Really cool. And this is the one, of course, that Debbie made this out of, which we just love this. It's really cute.
Came out cute.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. And I guess, what are those over there? Is that anything?
Just papers, just for.
Oh, let me see. Oh, let me see that. Yeah, here's this blue one. I love this.
Yeah, here it is. Not coffee dyed.
Yeah, not coffee dyed and coffee dyed. But you can get some great looks with this. And you don't have to make frames out of them. You know, they're perfect. Use this for cardstock.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know? Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, just use this for cardstock instead of, you know,
Paper.
regular paper cardstock. Yeah. Cute.
Again, here we go, going on to
Yeah,
something
so
else.
there's another video. And the upholstery fabric came out
this,
great.
And this we found off
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's the edge of it.
This was the edge, the salvage edge of this fabric. And so when I came into the studio this morning, I said to Debbie, where'd you find that cool fringe? And she goes, oh, it's the salvage edge. Salvage, is it salvage or selvage? I don't know. Anyway, it's the edge off of this upholstery fabric. And now the upholstery fabric, did you dye this upholstery fabric?
No,
No.
I liked it just how it was.
Yeah. So here you can see how it is here.
There it is.
Yeah.
There's some numbers
Here,
too.
ooh, here's some numbers, and look, they're in squares.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, this whole thing is just like awe-inspiring. But anyway, here's this same fringe that's still left on the fabric that we're just going to salvage all this stuff. We're going to cut it off. Yeah, because it's perfect trim. So out of an old piece of fabric that you find at the thrift store, you can get some really cool stuff. And this is a piece of linen that we had, and we forgot to do it, but we were going to stamp on this. Yeah, but we got so involved in everything that we forgot to do that. But anyhow, that would be perfect. Just this old piece of linen onto cardstock, and then you could stamp on here, you know, and you could get some really good looks on this too, or use it as a backdrop for another piece. Yeah.
Cool.
I know, yeah, but I think we should take this cardstock thing to the next level.
Oh yeah.
Try that, some of those.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is kind of where we are. Like we say, you know, we had one viewer last week that commented and said that she gets kind of discouraged because she'll start a project and it won't turn out, and then she, you know, gets kind of discouraged about it. But we were telling her in our answer that, you know, that happens to us a lot, that we start out making something and the whole thing just doesn't work out for us. So, you know, the old term, there is no, what is it? There is no
mistake.
Yeah, there is no mistakes. It's just opportunity, new opportunities. And that's the truth. That's how we came about all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So I hope that same viewer is watching us this week, because here's the perfect example of what we were talking about.
Oh yeah. Everything went to
Heck in a handbasket.
hell in a handbasket, right. Yesterday. Oh, it was terrible. We were panicking.
I know, we thought, oh my gosh, how are we going to come up
do?
with something?
But,
So, anyway. So we're not going to demonstrate putting the fabric on cardstock because it's kind of self-explanatory, and we have several videos showing how to put fabric or paper onto cardstock. Napkins, napkins or fabric. And basically all you do is you just coat the cardstock with Mod Podge and then put your fabric on top. Now, did you iron these dry?
I did iron them.
Yeah.
Then I put them between parchment paper and just run the iron on
Yeah.
high over them and
To
it
dry
dries
them.
it.
Yeah, and they come out
Yeah.
perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So we won't demonstrate that because it's pretty self-explanatory and it's kind of easy peasy to do. And like I say, we have several different videos. We'll link a couple of them in the description in case you want to go back and see how it works. Now, this piece we don't have in our shop yet. This is a new kit that's coming out. Probably not this coming week, but the week after. And it's a vintage hiking, camping type theme. So anyway, I wanted to use one of the hikers out of our paper dolls. So I thought this would be a perfect backdrop to it, and that's how come we're showing it to you early. Now this one we took and we backed it with the wax paper that we did last week in our video. The glycine, yeah, that we took wax paper and turned it into faux glassine. I don't know.
You know what?
Whatever. Anyway, last week's video we returned that, took wax paper and turned it into glassine, faux glassine. So we took a piece of that and we Mod Podged it onto the back. And on this one, Debbie dried it with the hairdryer, didn't you?
No,
I know you ironed
that
this one too?
Yeah.
Wow, pretty snaky. Okay, so she ironed this one too. Okay, so that's what we did, and then I went ahead and inked it because I thought this video might drag on if we did too detailed stuff. So anyway, what I want to do here is I want to take our little hiking lady, and we also have the male that goes with her, the boy, but in this case I wanted to use the girl. I thought she was pretty cute. So I'm going to glue her down onto this page, and I again have already inked her. And oh, thanks. And then, well, first of all, I think what I'll do is put the dog on because he's not going to be too bulky. It also comes with their little hiking partner, the dog.
Gotta have a dog.
I know, you gotta have a dog. Saves you from the bears. So anyway, just put a little, we're just using glitter glue in this case. And I just thought he would be cute, just kind of like down in the corner. I had a piece of paper towel here, let's see. Yeah. When I put these on like this, I like to go over them with, tap them down with paper towel because it kind of sops up the excess glue that leaks out. And you won't, excuse me, won't have too much glue showing on your paper. So there he is. And I think that's all I'm going to do to the back. I don't think he needs anything else. Yeah. So anyway, you have a journaling page back here. So let's put some glue on her. She as well, I've already inked. And we tried to pick out shapes that were pretty easy to cut out by hand. And they're pretty easy. Like I have arthritis in my thumb. And I cut her out today and my arthritis has been bugging me all day. So still, she wasn't that difficult to cut out. So we kind of wanted to keep these paper dolls. We wanted to have some great looks, but we didn't want it to be so detailed that it's too difficult to cut by hand. Okay, now here comes the scary part. Okay, now I feel like I want her over a little bit so she doesn't block the mountain, which I want to show in the back. I think that's about right. And I'm bringing her down over the edge of the frame there on the postcard. And just tapping her down. You could put her on heavier cardstock. I have her on kind of a lightweight cardstock. And you could put her on heavier cardstock and then make her three-dimensional with the little foam cushions that you can get to create 3-dimension with your card making. Yeah, I think she's cute. Yeah, wait, don't put the glue away. And then I don't know why, I kind of felt like it needed a little butterfly here. And I'm not going to glue his wings clear to the paper. I'm just going to glue his body so he's kind of 3-dimensional a little bit. And that's about it. And you can get a really cute card, really cute look. And super cute if you're doing a little, travel journal or hiking or, something like that. Cute.
Love it.
Mm-hmm. So I guess our disaster that happened at the beginning of our journey on this video actually turned into a success. And we were happy to find all of these labels and numbers and all kinds of stuff on the pieces of fabric. We've had those fabrics for a long time and never really paid any attention to them. But you can find all kinds of treasures just on a hunk of fabric. And it doesn't have to be vintage. Just go down to the fabric store, and which I guess would be Hobby Lobby and Michael's now since Joann's is gone. And, find a pattern that you like, and then if you're lucky, you'll have something like this on the edge of it, on the selvage edge, and you can, use that, and it's perfect. So I guess that's our video for this week, huh?
Yeah.
So I hope it wasn't too confusing. It was pretty confusing to us at the beginning, but it all worked out in the end. So thanks a lot for stopping by.